Smirnoff impression. And I was a kid of the 80s, and I know that I couldn't watch 9 o'clock shows because I had to be in bed at 9 o'clock. And I kept saying, there was a guy on 30-something that reminded me of Yakov Smirnoff, but that was Timothy Busfield, and they didn't look that much alike other than having beards. All right. And now for the regularly scheduled jokes. There are a lot of annoying things that I deal with from time to time, but it's hard to top this one in particular. I, once again, spoke with somebody this week that wanted to brag about the things they did before you were born. It's like, that alone, all right, what does that mean? That means they're older than me, okay. But that alone does not impress me. And how much older were they? Less than 10 years. You went to kindergarten before me. Big deal. What have you done with your life since then? Obviously not much if they feel the need to say that to me. I remember somebody saying that to me even before then, saying that they were a thespian before you were born. Yeah, that just sounds wrong to say that, because at first when I thought they said that, I thought they said a different word. I thought they said lesbian. Who says thespian anymore unless you're a Shakespeare actor? Why don't you just say actor? And why brag about being a thespian before I was born? Were they paid to be one? I mean, if you're an artist, only brag about if you've been paid. Duh. I realize that sometimes I repeat myself. Facebook has reminded me of that now, where I've done some similar Facebook postings in the past few years around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, where I don't go to church much anymore, Christmas and Easter. And I've often been saying the same thing every year, where I go to Christmas Eve services and it reminds me of the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Because they play Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and they read the passage that Linus will recite as well in the special. So then when I realized that, looking back on previous years on this day, I had to do a follow-up comment saying, yeah, I know what people would tell me, change the record. And it's like, all right, this year there were some variations, because I ended up watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation because I had my DVD copy. And then I also did a meetup walk at Como Zoo. We'll eventually get back to that. But yeah, there probably are variations besides what I decide to post publicly on Facebook, which I don't do very often. Nothing wrong with that either, too much negative energy there. Oh yeah, we'll do the zoo thing now. That's what I did earlier today. I had done that same zoo walk on Thanksgiving, and I understand they have to put animals inside when it's cold. Most of them anyway. The polar bear probably loved being outside today, and I'm not sure what was being fed, but it was eating out of a big bag while we got there. But we got to some of the animals kept inside, which was the giraffes, and the giraffes all had stockings on the wall, so I guess they had been given names, so it's like, all right, cool. And then they even wrote things on the mats saying Merry Christmas and all that. And then in the same building they had the zebra, and it was kind of funny what they said about the zebra on the mat. Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a lady friend. It's like, oh, bachelor zebra. Yeah, I guess that's my thing too, where it's hard for me to find a lady friend. Not as hard as it is for the zebra. Guess they might have to import one. Yeah, I guess Connor might be familiar with that because I've spoken about some of the foreign ladies I've been communicating with in internet dating. I heard from the Armenian lady again recently. So yay for that. Dilly dilly, yeah. But not dilly dally or lollygag. When I think of dilly dilly, I know it's the Bud Light commercial. I still think of what Mom would say to me when I was young. Don't dilly dally. Oh, right. And then I did another meetup thing this weekend, the day before, which was a potluck. And I'm the type that doesn't see other people named Lyle like me very often. But I did there, and he had his name tag on when I arrived. And he said, my name is Lyle, and I said, and so is mine. And I guess we became Lyle number 1 and 2. And then we talked about the bar liquor Lyles in Minneapolis, and I said, yes, I've been there, and I enjoyed being carded more than most people would because I have the same name as the bar. but I asked if there were any specials for having the same name as the bar, and they said no. Well, the name Lyle is rare. They wouldn't have to pay out that much. This season has a lot of things, and one of them is college football bowl games. And of course, I majored in history, and I'm the type that looks up the history of a lot of things, including college football bowl games. And I think most people can agree on one thing. Right now, there are too many. There are 39 of them. They could cut it in half, have only 20, it would have a lot more meaning. They'd be less likely to have 6-6 teams playing a bowl game. I have an encyclopedia from 1976 that said there was only 12 then. And the 8 oldest bowl games were all created in 1959 or earlier. And originally, bowl games were just for conference champions, like the Rose, Orange, Sugar, and Cotton Bowls. There we go. But I know the Iowa Hawkeyes usually would go to a bowl game because it's still about making money, and they bring a lot of fans with them. Although I don't know if they will this year because it's being played in New York City. Kind of cold to play a bowl game there. Well, karaoke, I do that. Oh, and I have been to 2 bowl games. Yeah, that was the other follow-up, too. I went to the Hollywood Bowl in San Diego 11 years ago. It taught me that I should see a bowl game that my school plays in, because Iowa didn't play in that one. I chose it before I knew what teams were playing. Cal Berkeley thumped Texas A&M, and then I went to meet a Catholic nun at a monastery out there because she was power of attorney for her mom's life insurance policy. Yes, I was the one that talked about life insurance policies. That was my line of work for a while. Can I help it if I know my line of work? I was in customer service, not selling it. All right, karaoke. There was something about karaoke, and I'm trying to figure out what that was now, and I'm drawing a blank on that one other than I meet a lot of weird people from that, and most recently it was when I decided to move my coat because somebody sat in that chair and I rebuffed him. Then he talked to me for a while and I ended up moving back to that table. Okay, he was diplomatic, I guess I'll take it. I didn't expect that in him because people usually just leave me alone after I ask them to. Yes, I don't mind having stage time on Christmas Day because it sure beats some of the other ways I've spent Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. Like when I was 7 years old, I was woke up by my parents arguing about whether or not my dad had the right to buy beer. Well, I think Dad won that one because all I remember was him storming out and saying Merry Christmas as he did. It woke up me and my brother. I was scared. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to admit that I was woke up and listening to it. Kind of like the John Candy movie, Only the Lonely. He admitted that to his mom one time as well. I haven't been back to Iowa to see family in a while. If I'm happy enough without that, why not? So I guess that'll do it for me. Thank you. You've all been great.